everyone, welcome back to another episode of Making Magic with Megan. Today we are going to start a little mini series titled I'm ready to book my Disney World trip, now what? Today we're going to be focusing on different resort types and options so that you can determine what's best for you. So stay tuned and get ready to enjoy another episode. So you're ready to book your trip to Disney World, and now you have to choose your resort. There are over 25 resorts to choose from. That's a little overwhelming. So what we're gonna do today is just break it down for you, talk about the different categories of resorts, and that way you can kind of look at the different options that are available and decide what's best for you. First thing to know is that Disney resorts are broken down into three categories. The first category being value resorts. Second category being moderate resorts. And the third category being deluxe resorts and villas. While there are a handful of differences between all the resorts, the most significant and obvious one is pricing. And this is usually what my clients are most interested in hearing about. Resort pricing will vary throughout the year. During a value season, which is typically a season where there aren't going to be as big of crowds at Disney World, kids are in school and parents might not want to pull them out of school, resort prices are going to be a little bit on the lower end of their range. Whereas during a peak season when maybe there's a big holiday like Christmas and kids are out of school and Disney usually sees a lot of action, the prices are going to be on the higher end of the range. So those will fluctuate a little bit throughout the year. However, my rule of thumb is that the value resorts are going to be within the $100 range. And again, that's from $100 up to $199. Moderate resorts are going to bump up and be within the $200 range. Again, we're looking at $200 up to $299. And then deluxe resorts and villas, you're going to be looking at the $300 range and up. Second difference that you're going to notice within all the resorts is the sizing. This is the sizing of the resort themselves and the actual rooms. The value resorts rooms are the smallest, as you would expect. And small isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you're at the parks and you're gonna be gone all day and out of your room, you're just looking for a place to put your head at night, the size of your room isn't really going to matter to you. It is important to note that the value resorts currently have 2 double beds. You do have the option of a king bed in some rooms, but if you're looking for 2 separate beds, they are double-sized beds. Moderate resorts are going to be a little bit bigger and the beds are all going to be queen size. You have the option of one single king size bed, but if you're looking for 2 beds in your room, they're going to be 2 queen size beds. The deluxe resorts, as you can expect, are going to be bigger. They will also have the 2 queen size beds within them, an option for a king. And again, when I'm talking about the option for a king bed, there is a limited number, so it's not always a guarantee. Staying at a value resort with a smaller room, again, isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you're going to be gone all day and you're just looking for a place to rest your head at night, a smaller room might work for your family. If you're going to be there for maybe a week or more and you're going to be spending a lot of time at the resort and part of your vacation experience is being able to relax and hang by the pool and come back to your room and just lounge and you want that space, then you're probably going to want to look more into the moderate and the deluxe level resorts. The third difference that you're going to notice between all these resorts, and this one is simply by personal preference, the most important to my family, are the pools. Value resorts each have one large feature pool, and depending on which one you're staying at, you're going to have 1 to 2 other themed pools, and they're themed, exactly what you would kind of expect. Very animated character, Disney-esque kind of theming. Moderate resorts are going to be a bump up from that. They're going to have the large feature pool, and they also include a water slide at those pools, which my kids love. Also at the moderate resorts, you're going to have hot tubs. They don't have those at the value resorts. So if that's something that's important to you and you're looking to kind of sit back and relax, hot tubs are at moderate resorts. If you are going to be hanging by the pool a lot on your trip, I highly recommend considering one of the moderate resorts. And due to the size of the moderate resorts, you'll find that there are a handful of leisure pools scattered throughout so that no matter where you're located, you're going to have a pool close by. Deluxe resorts also have the large feature pool with the water slide, and a few of them have some other options as far as interactive water features and even aquatic play areas. I know that a few of the moderate resorts also have aquatic play areas, and if that's something you're interested in, please reach out to me. I'd love to get you more information on it. The fourth biggest difference between all the resorts is dining. All three categories of resorts, value, moderate, and deluxe, are all going to have a quick service dining option. Moderate resorts, like I said, are going to have the quick service dining option, but in addition, we'll also have a table service dining option. And what that means is that you will be able to make a reservation for a restaurant right at your resort, that you can go in, sit down at a table, and you're going to have a server coming over and taking care of you. This is such a nice option to have available too, especially if you've been having a long week at the parks and you want to spend a day hanging out by the pool, and then you want to go out to a nice dinner, but you don't want to have to do all the traveling. The moderate resorts have that restaurant built right in there, so you can make your reservation, spend your day at the pool, doing whatever it is you want to be doing, and then just walk over to have a nice leisurely dinner right at your own resort. Now, deluxe resorts have the quick service dining option. They'll have table service dining option and sometimes more than one. And in addition to that, with the exception of Saratoga Springs, all of the deluxe resorts have either a signature dining restaurant or they have character dining. Some of them even have both. Signature dining is much more upscale than table service. As far as the dining plan, these are 2-credit restaurants, and you're going to be enjoying amazing cuisine in an elegant atmosphere that is just unparalleled to any of the other restaurants on property. Character dining, as you can expect, is enjoying a meal while you are also visited by a variety of characters. If you want to get into details, please reach out to me. I would love to help you out with this. But to give you a little rundown, there are different options where you can go, and instead of having to wait in line at the park to see the characters, you can sit down, enjoy your meal, and have the characters come right to you, and you get that personal one-on-one interaction with them, get your pictures, and you're not waiting out in line at the park, wasting time that you could be doing other things. The fifth biggest difference you're going to see between the resorts is the transportation.
All of the value resorts receive transportation to the parks by bus. You will find one bus stop area in front of each of the value resorts. This is where you will go to wait for a bus in order to receive a ride to any of the parks, including the water parks as well as Disney Springs. The moderate resorts receive transportation to the parks by buses as well. However, due to the size of the moderate resorts and the fact that they are fairly spread out, Disney has provided a number of bus stops within each of the moderate resorts. This way, if you're located on one side of the resort, you do not have to walk all the way to the front lobby in order to get your bus. There's most likely a closer option for you. There are also a few resorts such as Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans French Quarters, which offers ferry transportation down to Disney Springs. Here's where it gets interesting. The deluxe resorts offer a variety of transportation options. However, what is available at one resort may not be available at the next. So please be sure if you have any questions or there's something you're interested in, please contact me and I can definitely get you more information. At this time, Fort Wilderness and Fort Wilderness Lodge both provide ferry transportation directly to the Magic Kingdom. And my absolute favorite way to be traveling through the Walt Disney World resorts is the monorail system. Currently, the monorail provides transportation from the Polynesian Resort, the Grand Floridian, and the Contemporary Resort, all directly to the Magic Kingdom. In addition, there is also a stop at the Ticket and Transportation Center. Here, you're able to board a second monorail track, which will provide you transportation to Epcot. The deluxe resorts offer busing transportation as well. However, as I said before, what's available at one resort may not be available at the next. And while there is a ferry that runs from Fort Wilderness to the Magic Kingdom, there is no bus. So for specific questions about certain resorts, please feel free to contact me.
So there it is, the first step to booking your Disney World vacation. Once you have an idea of which category resort you're interested in, I can talk with you a little bit further to delve into the details and your interests and see which exact resort is going to work best for you. If there's anything that you would like to see in my future videos or any questions you have, please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. You can find all of my contact information below. If you're interested in booking a trip, you've already booked one and have some questions, or there's anything else you'd want to talk about Disney related, please feel free to contact me. I would love to help. So thank you everyone, and I hope to see you again real soon.